Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to the alternate pathway of the Age of Wonders 3 campaign, the Elven Court. Just a reminder, this is a what if I had made a different decision in Scenario 4 of the campaign and sided with Groshak instead of siding with Nomlik. In our last episode, we continued making our way through Scenario 5, and we're at a point where we have to make a decision in terms of where we're going to send our heroes next. We've already eliminated Colm the Lucky, and we've still got a couple more opponents to go. So we have Drugel the Stout, our Dwarven Dreadnought opponent, as well as Svengir the Golden, who's a Dwarf Rogue. We do have as well an Orc Rogue here, Sulthor Nightblade. So the three of them are we're already at war with. And then we have Awanes the Custodian, who is a High Elf Theocrat that we currently have a neutral relationship with. And so I'm not sure if we're going to have to fight her or not, but I guess that will remain to be seen. Now, the question really is, where do we send our heroes? We have Reskar over here, Groshak and his group down here, and then we have Sundrin over here. And so my thought is we're going to send Sundrin up north to deal with, this is territory belonging to Sulthor, I believe. And I think we're going to do the same with Groshak. Meanwhile, Reskar can probably keep moving to the east here and see what else we can find. Now, before we jump into the episode proper, I did just want to give a quick shout out to QKnight45, who left an excellent comment on the previous episode. And Q was able to provide some feedback on that question exactly of kind of what to do with my heroes. Q kind of suggesting the same thing that I'm thinking, which is to have Reskar keep moving along this way to the east, and then to have Groshak go north and perhaps group up with Sundrin to then attack my opponent up here. And I think that's going to work out pretty well. Q-Knight also had a good reminder to keep looking for that inn that I was told about, which is somewhere to the north and might actually be in this little unexplored bit right here. So we may want to consider getting a scout up there at some point if we can. One thing I suppose we could do here is even break off the Civic Guard and have the Civic Guard go up just to see if that inn is up there. A few episodes back, we did get a little story prompt indicating that there's an inn that would be helpful if we can find it. We were told it was to the north, and that was back when we were sort of down here. Now, we've done quite a bit of exploring up here, obviously, using our Wisp, and so far we haven't found it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's maybe in this little patch of mist. And if it's not here, then we'll just keep exploring over here. So, big thank you to QKnight45 for the excellent comment. And as always, a huge thank you for all the input. It's greatly appreciated. Without any further ado, let's jump into the episode proper here. Okay, so last time we did have some production choices to make, but we also have lots of movement to do. So let's start with that. So again, since we are currently in a neutral arrangement with this Elven opponent here, Awanes, we will just kind of ignore that and keep moving with Reskar heading over to the east here. We've almost made contact with this city. We're going to do that next turn with our Stalwart. However, what we can do with Reskar's group is come down and maybe clear out some of these structures here. Do see there is a refugee camp and some gold, so it would be nice. We have this scout doing that. We could use this scout as well to grab those refugees, so I think that's what we'll try to do. But in the meantime here, let's head south with Reskar. And then we can go down here. Now, the question is, do we want to divert and go to the ruin? Potentially, but we're going to start with... Oh, you know what? Okay. That's fine. I'm happy to let them run. There's some extra gold. The question now is, should we go for this ruin, that is, or just keep moving this way? Pros and cons. Ooh, they want some peace to have a peace treaty, or a gold, I should say. The only thing is we're going to have to kind of move through this, so I am going to do it even though it's expensive. I don't like spending that much gold on it, but I would rather have that piece established so I can move through the territory without any issue. Looks like there's an explored Forbidden Sanctum in the territory of this city as well, which is pretty crazy. And I guess that's going to be all of our movement, so we now have some production choices. We really don't have the gold to do much of anything. So I think it's going to be mostly merchandise kind of across the board here. So that's what we'll do. Daleton has a Builder's Hall, a Barracks, and a Shrine. So I think from now. Yeah, we'll wait till we have a little bit better gold situation before we do anything else too crazy. We'll end the turn there. It's going to be a little while till we have this Frost Elemental ready to go. I think once we have the basic seafaring research, we may want to go for some additional casting points. So I think I am going to send this unit up as a scout. Let's see if we can find that inn. Maybe it's up here, maybe it isn't. If it's not there, then we'll keep exploring with our Wisp, who I think is, yes, right here. So this city, there's quite a few units here, as you can see, kind of hanging around. I have to be kind of careful. Let's head over this way. Ooh, you know what? We can grab the haste berries. We'll grab the watchtower. And then we'll keep going up this way because we want to continue exploring as much as possible. We do have an alliance proposal here. I will do it even though it's going to drain most of our gold. That at least gives us a bit of a base of operations. Oh, a tribute. Nice. We could get an army or some gold. I'm going to take the gold, honestly, since we're basically out of gold at this point. I suppose I could have taken the army, and that would have made this fight coming up right here a bit easier, but I think this army's going to be able to handle it, so we'll keep moving over this way. Remember, this is for that quest to clear this out. Seafaring is done, which is good. So again, our research choice now, I think we will probably just go with sorcery for some extra casting points, and then maybe next we'll grab the Phantasm Warrior to keep that moving along. So let's start with sorcery here if we can. It's too bad. If we had just a little bit more knowledge, we could do this in a single turn. But it is what it is. So we'll skip all our production here for now, and we're going to just keep doing movement. So maybe what we'll do, rather than deciding on this right now, so I'll grab this gold, and then we'll start heading over for the refugee camp. And then I think we are going to scout first with our stalwart, see what we find. That's going to help us make a better decision about where we want to go here next. Okay, so I think probably going to be worth clearing this out. We might get an item out of the deal. Maybe opportunities for more units. Nomad Magus. Let's see, it's a support unit. Shock Bolts, Guardian Flame. That's a good healing ability. I wouldn't mind getting them. And then we've also got a Nomad Monster Hunter and a couple of Dwarven units. Yeah, this will be a good fight for us here. We might be able to use our Satyr to mind control that support unit, which would be ideal. Just having additional healing is always good. Right, so the Rager is there, the Monster Hunter is there, the Magus is there. So let's step up and just give them the business here. Nice. And then we can do a little bit of blasting here to soften this Rager up. Very good. I think we'll step up here as well. Get the kill. Very nice. The Ogre can move up to pretty much just provide protection. The Satyr we're going to move up because we are going to need the conversion to happen here, hopefully. So we're going to take some damage here, that's for sure. Ouch. It's all landing on Reskar so far. Ooh. Now you see that Monster Slayer in full effect. Let's kill the Rager off. Nice. And then our Satyr is going to move up. Go for the conversion. Yeah, didn't think it was going to work because it had pretty low odds. So we'll kill off the Magus. And then we can do a big heal on the Ogre. It's great. The Monster Hunter can get blasted here for some damage. Nice level up for our Tunnel Sweeper. Now at gold medal, has Inflict Scorching Heat. I think everybody else is pretty much done moving except for our Ogre, who can, you know what, we could phase in behind here and go for the big flank shot. Yeah, I like that. It's going to be nice when we have Inflict Stun for our support units. And these ogres get the benefit of that, being that they are a support unit. All right, so... Ooh, Melodious Harp of Forgiveness. You get Bard skills and an extra resistance. And, hey, look at that. Some extra knowledge. That should speed this up. There, that's only one turn now. I think some of our heroes are missing jewelry. Oh, I guess not. Well, we can look and see if this is superior to anything else. So, this is already massively better as it has Bard skills, resistance, and vision range. So, it's kind of the upgrade of the harp. Extra hit points and same thing, Bard skills and whatnot. Blight protection. You know what? It's too bad because that item is kind of... It's not really... I don't think it's really that beneficial. That said, I think we might as well keep it. We could replace just the hit points here. I don't hate that idea. The stack is already super happy, though, so the Bard skills isn't really needed. Maybe what we'll do is we'll hang on to it and decide if we want to use it at a later date or something. There's nothing wrong with that. Plus, we may end up getting another hero or, you know, mind-controlling somebody that we can use it on, so... now, with Groshak, we might as well clear out this Magma Forge, and then we'll go north to join the fighting. So, we'll go here and we will fight these undead. It should be fairly straightforward. Alright, so we don't have to be too fancy here. We can just kind of do this. Ooh, I forgot to trigger the thunderstorm. That would have been nice. Alright, well, we'll step up here. And there's no real need to get too fancy here. I will trigger that thunderstorm, though, because it's going to be nice to just have that blasting. There we go. You know what? We could even just let it do its thing for a turn or two here. Alright, yeah, now they're going to move up because they did take some damage. And we should be able to get a finish here if we can get a little bit closer. Yep. Very good. And now the melee units are going to step up. We can just let them come closer. Nice, okay. And now that they are a bit closer, we should be able to blast them with some shock damage here. Nice, good stun. Let's just swoop in and get that kill. Nice. And then we can blast here for some good damage. Very nice. And then I'm kind of happy to just let them do their thing here. Now, why is this fanatic so upset? Unit is in disliked terrain and is choking. Yeah, that would not make me very happy either. A little bit of damage. And I think we just let this happen here. Okay, nice. They're not going to do anything. So, Groshak... Getting pretty close to a level up. Just looking to see what would make the most sense here. The Scoundrel, we could throw a net. Let's do that. Just for the experience. Nice. And then we can get the kill here with Groshak himself. Perfect. All right, so I think what we'll do now is, like I said, we're going to head north. And to do that here, let's go... Let's see. I think what we want to do is go up this way. We can grab these haste berries on our way through and then clear out some structures as we go. That was what Q Knight had suggested as well. So we'll clear out a few things going by and then kind of go from there. And so... Again, I think what we'll do with Sundrin is just head up here. We want to get into the domain of this city as quick as we can. A bunch of goblin units here that are kind of neutral. I think we just ignore them. It's annoying because they're kind of in my way, but I think it's okay to just ignore them and then try and win this battle next turn, maybe. Assuming there's no reinforcements that arrive. Okay, so that's going to do it for our movement. Now we have a bit of gold to work with, which is great. So let's see. I'm wondering what would be best, because we don't want to spend our gold too aggressively here. Let's see. What does this city already have? Laboratory, shrine, builder's hall, and a storehouse. I think maybe we do... Let's take a look at our throne city first, because that would be good. Builder's hall, shrine, and storehouse. Not currently working on anything. I think a siege workshop would be nice to get our production income a little higher. City's going to grow in 4 turns. It'll add a gold mine, which is good. Let's do the siege workshop. Between the growth and the workshop, that should push us over 75 production. That will be very good. Okay, now a roll. Let's do maybe a siege workshop as well. Again, I don't want to spend my gold too aggressively, but what else do we have here? Laboratory, shrine, builder's hall, storehouse. You know what? In this case, maybe we just go for the observatory, get the extra knowledge income. Yeah, I don't hate that. Yeah, that's good. And then Daleton over here, I almost forgot. This one does already have a barracks, so we could do a war hall for some extra production. Unit production, that is. I think for this one, we'll just do merchandise, though. All right, let's end it there. Okay. Nice, we've absorbed this human city. That's going to make a big difference. Let's see what's here. Guardhouse, builder's hall, barracks, shooting ground. Oh my gosh. Tons of stuff. War hall. Yeah, this city's very developed. That's wonderful. Big issue, though, is this could threaten us if it's spawning anything that can make landfall, but hopefully it's only going to spawn units that go in the water. I guess we'll have to wait and see, though. We're not really going to be able to easily go over and clear it out. I mean, we could go and attack it, but this ironclad warship is going to be very hard to kill. That said, with spell casting, I'm sure we could take it down, especially given it's a machine. It'll have that shock susceptibility, and we would cast the thunderstorm, which would make it even more so. We'll head up, we'll grab the haste berries, and then again, the goal is going to be to kind of head up over this way, so we might want to kind of go this way. We clear this out, and then kind of move up through the mist over here and see what we find. Maybe we can find a path that leads up to this city more easily. I do see a road going there, so I'm thinking that might be a good way to go. So now let's go around here. Now, it does look like they added another unit to this stack. It's another tier 1 from what I can see. Okay, so this will be a good fight. Let's see if we can do it here in a second. Ah, here we go. So, they were right. You're really retaking Kaerun for the Elven Court? Great. I have a message for you. The cult of the Dark Brethren had a circle here. We can provide the lightning for your storm. To the east lies a high elf city. Go there. It's a bit cryptic, isn't it? At least the instructions are clear. This is all I know. Good luck. Okay, so they said, to the east lies a high elven city. Alright, so we'll have to head there. That is nice, though. We have a swordsman that joined us, I guess. Let's see what's at this inn. Maybe there's something worth recruiting. Nothing, really. Just scoundrel, initiate, or a martyr. But to the east. So I guess we just keep going this way. I wonder if that's referring to this city here that belongs to Awanes. Maybe. In any case, I think it was definitely worth us getting... finding that, at least. The inn, that is. We'll group these two up. They can go and join up with the fighting eventually. Alright, let's attack here. We can try and recruit this hero with Convert if we're able to. That would be kind of nice. And then we'd have somebody to give that item to as well, which would be good. All right, so our shaman here, probably going to drop a heal, actually, onto our spitting spotter who took that damage. So we'll head up this way, up here. Frost Elemental is going to be up front. We do want to start gaining experience with our new Frost Elemental. That would be, I think, pretty beneficial. Jeez, there's another Magic Fist. It's not the worst thing ever, because that is using up their casting points, which isn't so bad, but it's just kind of annoying. We do have to be a little bit careful. These orcs could still put the hurt on us a bit if we're a little overly zealous here. So we'll do that just to kind of antagonize them a little bit. And then we'll cruise up here. And we can blast them for some damage. Now, presumably, they're going to charge us and attack. Ouch. Okay, so the hero is now in a decent spot to potentially charm here. Nice, and we got it. That's great. Now all we have to do is bail the hero out so we don't get killed. So I think what we're going to want to do is charge in like this. Back up. Nice, good freeze on the cavalry there. And then our spider can go up and go for the web. Didn't get it. That being said, we can do our assassin strike here. Nice, there's the critical and a kill, which is excellent. And now we've just got the henchman and another spearman over there. So let's go up like this. Honestly, let's just soften up the spearman a little bit. Oh, and of course this hero can act, which is good. Let's just turn around and give the cavalry some extra damage. Make it easier to kill them. Ooh, our spider took some pretty heavy punishment. Thankfully our heal is returned. We can use it again. Nice. Spitting Spider can kill the henchman. Our new hero can get the kill on the cavalry here. And then between the rest of our units here, I think we'll be okay. Do that. And then we can do kill like that. Perfect. That was nice and clean. And hey, we got ourselves a brand new hero. Now, one thing is, I don't think this hero will move with us into the next campaign, or the next mission, I should say, the next scenario. But it's still very cool to have a hero that we can use, another sorcerer. So we're going to send this item over. Understanding full well that we might lose that item if it's still with the hero when we end the scenario. And that's actually a good question. If anybody knows in the comments, if you mind control a hero like this, do they carry with you into the next mission of the campaign? I'm going to assume no, unless they're like part of the story. But who knows? Maybe they do. My default assumption is going to be no, however. Okay, we've got this goblin village. Let's just absorb it. It'll take a while, but that's okay. And now we'll head over here and see what we can do. So we don't want to abandon our new hero, however, so I think what we'll do is we'll just group up and wait until next turn. Now over here, again, we did get the additional casting points, which is super helpful. Let's start working on the Phantasm Warrior. Sea Ridge Bend, that's our new human city. Probably going to be worth going for some higher level units here if we can. Just looking to see. That said, you know, we could just sell this Warlord's Command for some extra gold income. At least for now, just to kind of bolster things a little bit. I think I'm okay just going merchandise here. The Wisp up here, I wonder if this is... Nice, we can grab that. Ooh, and you know what? We can even try and steal that fort if we really wanted to. Alright. Now, Reskar over here, we are definitely going to want to keep moving this way, but before we do so, let's see what we can find with our dwarf here. Looks like just some more unexplored kind of territory, so we'll just keep moving with our scout, and in the meantime, we will have Reskar just head over. We want to clear this out, though, on our way through, so that'll be our next move. And yeah, we're going to just keep going for those refugees. Groshak, again, we're going to clear this out. Ooh. Now, getting this Stormborn would be great, but I don't think we actually have a mind control ability. Plus, they have strong will, which makes them immune to it. So I'm inclined to just let them run. Little knowledge boost, that's great. And then, yeah, we'll just keep heading up here. Hopefully we find a road up there that we can take. Nice, okay, now we can start this battle. It is saying probable defeat, and, you know, there's a chance we might lose, so may have to do a little bit of spell casting if we can. Just to improve our odds of victory. Nice, they did group up a little bit, I think. Should be able to get a firebomb in there. Actually, hang on. Can we still stay back and still hit them? No, we can't. We do have to go a little bit closer. Nice, pretty good damage there. I think what we'll do is we will... The Wraith is going to be able to do whatever the heck it wants, which is annoying. Canyon Crawler's pretty tough. We could be in real bad shape there. I would like to kill that Geomancer if I can. If I charge in, though, I'm going to probably just get killed. But at least I got my back sorted to the impassable terrain there. That should help a little. And then I'm thinking maybe we just park the Warg there for some extra assistance. And we keep the Geomancer kind of out of harm's way to some extent. Now for spells, I mean, we could throw on a fireball here. I'm going to wait till this Wraith is out of defense mode to do that, though. Ouch. You know what? We might not even have to. Although, you know what? That would be probably a pretty good use of my... What would be really nice is to get a petrifying touch on this Canyon Crawler, who is otherwise super tanky. Flamer's gonna die. That's kind of unavoidable. Fireball. We could kill the Wraith here, pretty much guarantee. Not quite, but this should get the finish then. Perfect. And then we could help out with the footpad, but I think we're going to need help with the Canyon Crawler, to be perfectly honest. Get a flank shot there. And some flank damage there. You know what? Yeah, let's maybe go up and see if we can assist here with this footpad. Nice. Yeah, I think we're in good shape now. We're going to probably lose our Flamer here, yep. Nice, okay, Canyon Crawler is dead. Cruise over here, get a flank and an overwhelm. And then get the kill like that. Perfect. Yeah, that's really good. And that completes that quest. And take the reward, which is a Shock Trooper. And you know what? We should be able to clear out this Magma Forge now with what we have. Might want to wait a turn or two just to get that Raptor a little more health. But so yeah, let's do that. We'll wait a turn and then we'll try that battle. Alright, that's going to do it. So we'll end the turn there. Okay. Sturcard has a join offer. 148 gold. It's currently my vassal, but they do want to join. I mean, wouldn't be the worst thing, but I'm kind of happy to also just keep them as a vassal. Nice. Okay, we have Phantasm Warrior done. Yeah, there. That's a little more health for our raptor. So let's see. Now we should be able to do this. I'm even going to try it in auto combat. We might lose somebody. Nice. Okay, we didn't lose the shock trooper. That was the important part. Okay, so these two now, we have to figure out where we want to go. Probably just try to get them up to the front lines somehow, like this. That'd probably make the most sense. Research choice here. We've got quite a bit better mana income, which is great. This is the one that I really want, but it's still a bit expensive, and it's going to take 10 turns, so thinking probably going to wait a little bit longer if possible. Sorcery again would be great just to increase our casting points. So maybe we do that for 2 turns. We'll skip all our production. Whoops. We want to do our movement. That's the priority here. Okay. This is our stalwart who's been scouting for us still. Let's maybe go a bit north and see what we see. Nothing too exciting so far. For Sundrin, I think what we probably want to do here is just go... Oh, look at this. Okay, they are on the doorstep of my vassal. Oh, and look at that. It is the enemy commander himself. So let's go attack Sulthor if we can. We want to go help out. I think we're strong enough to fight whatever he's got there with Frost Elemental, our Shaman. Won't be the easiest fight ever, but I think we'll be okay. He's got a couple of Assassins and a Black Knight. But I think with spellcasting, we could probably manage the fight. Won't be an easy one, though, that's for sure. Ooh, yes, here we go. Okay, we can win this fight, hopefully. And then that'll help with our vision range and knowing where to go next. Just some lizard men, that should be easy enough. Okay, might as well do our thunderstorm here. Kind of just as always. And we can start blasting. Good damage. There's the kill. Fanatic can step up. The Black Knight can do a nasty charge here. Really good. And that's going to do it. Nice, there's that thunderstorm. Ooh, that kind of hurt. We don't have any healing for our Scoundrel, unfortunately, which is a little bit annoying. We'll do our Ensnare and Net. Yeah, we have Men Magical Being, but we don't have a way to heal our living units easily at this point, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. It just makes things a tiny bit harder. There's the kill. Okay, so now, ooh, there's a Spring of Life here, which if we have our Befriend Animal would be good to clear out. Unfortunately, Rescar's all the way over there, so we'll just keep moving and we'll ignore it. There is an Ancient Ruin here, but I do kind of, in light of the enemy being spotted, I want to just get up there. I'm less worried about clearing this now. So I think we'll just kind of ignore that and keep moving. Production resources here we can grab on our way through. So yeah, for Rescar, let's clear this out on our way by. Draconian Fire Lancer and a couple of fledglings. I'm okay just with auto combat here. Yeah, no problem. We'll regroup. And then we'll move on through. We'll clear out this watchtower as we go by. Alright, that's going to do our movement, I think. Oh, we still do have the Wisp up here. Well, let's steal this while we can. Just get that little bit of extra gold income, why not? And then we'll just keep making our way through here and see what we see. I think, yeah, this is the Throne City. We already knew that, so... And that's the Throne City of Sulthor. It would be good to develop this city as much as we can, I think. So, the Hall of Chivalry is really enticing. It's just super expensive. But you know what? I think we do it. I mean, we'll take the hit now, and then in a few turns we'll be able to make cavalry out of there. That should be super powerful. So that kind of took a big chunk out of our gold, but Like I said, I think it's gonna be worth it in the long run here. End our turn there. All right. Quest available. Tell me more. Vassal. Ooh, we'd get a Beetle Knight out of it. Absolutely, let's do that. All we have to do is... Oh, and they landed right in front of us. That's even easier. So we will just engage this fight quickly. I'll do this one manually just because there's a little more to it. This stack is rapidly becoming our main fighting force, though. Quite powerful. Could probably spin them off and start making a secondary stack now that we have that. Or now that we're going to have this Beetle Knight once we hopefully win this fight. Let's go a little closer. We'll blast this Flamer. Nice. And then I wonder, I think they have full fire immunity. Yeah, they do. So the Tunnel Sweeper is kind of less useful in this fight. A little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. Archer can kill one of them. Nice. Man, those longbows are so good. The Ogre can step up, and I think that'll be good. We can battle the Hellhound with that. Meanwhile, the Flautist... I think it would be good to maybe try for a conversion on one of these Flamers, just because. Ouch. Okay, so our Annihilator took a lot of punishment. That's okay. We'll just cruise over, drop a big heal, and then we can move around behind, do a flank shot just to turn them around, and then get the kill with our Annihilator, and then kill this Flamer as well. Very good. And then we'll try for a Charm. Perfect. And then what's left? We've just got this Flamer here who needs to die. Perfect. Alright, excellent. Vassal Proposal, Beetle Knight. Yep, so we'll take that happily. Yeah, having this Beetle Knight is great. I think we can really start building a second stack. You know what? There's a road over here. Maybe we just cruise up north and see where that road goes. Looks like there's something here. Okay, this is an Archon Revenant dwelling. Interesting. It looks like I can't negotiate at all with them. It's kind of odd. Like, normally you can, let me know when you're ready to talk or whatever. I don't even have that choice at all. Because I'd love to get them on our side. But it's not even giving me the option. Yeah, again, this joint offer, I think probably going to ignore it. This is tempting, but I think I'd just rather keep it as a vassal. Let's just double check. Anything else to move? Yeah, we do still have our other units. We'll grab this and then make our way up just to help out if we can. Looks like they ran off. Ooh, now here's the question. Am I strong enough to try this fight without any backup? I mean, getting a kill on Sulthar would be so good. I don't feel super confident that I can do it easily, though. What kind of spells do I have here? Magic Fist, Harmonizing Energy. You know what, though? With Sphere of Protection, I feel like we might be able to do it. We're gonna gamble. Let's see if we can get it done. It's a little scary, but I think we can do it. Ooh, moving target. That makes them way harder to hit. Or, it increases their defense quite a bit. Okay, the good thing is this group is kind of behind, so we can fight the first wave and then have to deal with them after. So I definitely want to put my hero here in the back and throw on a Sphere of Protection. It only lasts for 2 turns. I think we'd probably put it on the Frost Elemental and then let the Frost Elemental get up there and just do some fighting. Because, yeah, do we have physical... We do have physical weakness, and that would offset it by using the... The other option is we have our Spitting Spider go up there. But I think the Elemental makes more sense. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw this on Frost Elemental, and we're just going to charge right in there. Like this. And then in the meantime, just do our best here. Ooh, I maybe shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have done my breath attack first. You know what, though? I'd rather kind of group up a little bit better. We're sort of spread out at the moment. Do a little bit of damage here. Yeah, let's pull back, kind of consolidate. Spitting Spider can go here. The Assassin can kind of wait in the wings here. Alright. We'll end it there. Again, the Frost Elemental is basically my sacrifice here for this fight. It's kind of... Ooh, going after the Spitting Spider. Okay. You know what? That's smart because the Frost Elemental obviously harder to kill. Look at that. Just double freeze. Good news is I can keep my Spitting Spider alive here, I think. Yeah, with the Assassin Strikes, I should be able to bail out. Yep, there's the one. And then my hero can get the kill here. Nice. The Axeman we can just blast easily and get the finish, which would free up my Shaman to drop a heal on the Spitting Spider. I'd like that a lot. So let's do that. Perfect. Go here, we'll drop a big heal on the Spitting Spider. And then, thankfully, our Frost Elemental is in really good shape. Now, let's see what would make the most sense here. Go for a web, maybe. Nice. And then let's kill off one of these Assassins. Nice. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape now. Those moving targets are annoying, but... Uh-oh, this is going to hurt. Ouch. Oh, our poor spider. Oh, that sucks. You know what, though? If we can kill off Sulthor, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it if we can kill off the enemy leader here. Get him into the void and then just try and aggressively take his throne city. Nice kill there from our new hero. Let's see, we've got... Ooh, you know what? We've got him grouped up. I wonder... Can I do this without hurting my own unit too badly? Yes, I can, and I will only hurt my unit a little bit, so we're going to do that. Nice, good damage. This Black Knight is pretty annoying. Jeez, yeah, these Black Knights are tough. Let's maybe go in and kill... We'll go like this. Do a backstab and some heavy damage. Frost Elemental here can kill the Knight. Shaman can get the finish on that Black Knight. All that's left is that Zephyr Bird and this Spearman and the enemy leader in the back. Nice, and the poison took care of that bird. Oh, I forgot about this boar there. Oh, that's nothing. Alright, well, we'll send the Elemental over to deal with Sulthor, I think. Yeah, let's just do... You know what? We'll just charge in with our hero and get the kill that way. And then step up here. Kill the Spearman. And then our Assassin can go up. Elemental can go up. Sundrin as well provides us extra help. Between the three of these units, we should be able to kill Sulthor without any trouble. Ouch, that hurt a little bit. We're going to cruise in behind here and get the kill that way. Excellent. So yeah, it sucks we lost the Spitting Spider, but I'd say that's a worthwhile trade given that he's now in the void. So now we can really push for the throne city here. Might even want to group this wisp in just for more bodies in the stack here. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty powerful... that's pretty powerful what we were just able to accomplish. Total awareness is pretty good. I'm going to grab that. Basically, we can't be flanked. And then we did get a level up for our Sorcerer hero. Since he's not currently leading an army, I'm not going to worry as much about the buffs that way. I'm going to go for more casting points. Okay, Reskar and his group. I feel like, again, we should probably start building this second group. Let's regroup here. Beetle Knight can probably just come with us. Suppose we could just directly attack the undead and see if we can get them... We can just capture it that way. It's not the worst plan ever. But yeah, doing all that damage to Sulthor is awesome. That's going to make such a big difference. Just having him in the void already, and then we can directly attack his throne city. Try and just get him right out of the game. And then we'll step up here. Blast them like that. Excellent. Park our Annihilator in front for that extra coverage there. Nice. Try and grab that footman maybe if we can. There we go. And let's see if we can charm them. No such luck. Who needs the heal the most? Probably the Annihilator does. And then we can get the kill that way. Okay, so group up here, and then, yeah, I think we'll just head over and start clearing things out that way. Wouldn't be bad to grab this watchtower and see what we see. I think for now, I'll just keep the beetle with this stack. Again, the wisp, I think I'm going to add into this group. But we can probably do a little bit more scouting for the time being. Still pretty well defended, got a decent amount of units, so... Yeah, we'll definitely need some strength to do this fight. And if we can get these two over, that would be good too. Maybe we can go this way and kind of rendezvous with the hero stack when it gets there as well. I still want to send Groshak up this way though. We'll grab this. Go there. We'll grab the production resources. An arena or shooting grounds. Infantry or archers. Honestly, I don't think it really matters. Let's just do the infantry. Ooh, and then you know what? We can get in there and see what this is. Okay, that's a little defensive structure. Okay, well, we'll push into that next turn. Okay, in this group, we already know we want them going up to the front lines up here. Just got to figure out what the best way to do that would be. Probably to those haste berries. Grab those refugees. Nice, big boost for our human city over there. And then I'm happy to send this group over here as well. Maybe we can, again, really form a second stack over there. That would be, I think, the goal. And I think this is a good spot to leave it. We'll still have some production choices next time, but... yeah, I think a huge boost to have that getting Sulthor into the void. And then hopefully next episode we can eliminate him from the game if all things go well. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.